In this video, we will show you how to set up an event using event registration. We're going to use Introduction to 3D Printing as an example. So we're going to click the event to edit the event, and to add event registration, click on the Event Registration tab. On this screen here, you're going to click Open Sign Up for this event. This means when anybody sees this event on a calendar, they can click on the Sign Up button to register for the event. The third radio button is Show Registration List when responding. We'll expose all people that have registered for this event when you register for the event. We leave this unchecked by default. The fourth option will show you how many openings are still open when you register for the event. So if I was to register for this event now, it would tell me there's 35 openings because nobody has registered for this event yet. The fifth option, by default, we will send a confirmation email to the person when they register for this event. The next two options require attendee email and require attendee name. These two options are required by default. However, if you feel there might be people registering for your events that do not have an email address, you can uncheck. If you do this, please remember that an email notification and a confirmation email cannot be sent to that person who's registered. Below this is another link called Set Registration Success Message. In addition to the registrant getting a confirmation email, you can also provide a more personal success message to just people registering for the event. This workshop may be happening in a room that has a door code, or you want to let the person know that they need to bring certain supplies for this course. The next thing you do is select your registration form. By default, you will be using the UW basic form. You then decide the registration limit. This is how many people can actually attend the event. For this event, we'll set the registration limit for 35. Once you set the registration limit, you can also decide if there will be guests for the registrant, which means, do you want everyone attending the event to register for the event? Or can the person registering for the event bring one or more guests? For this event, we're going to allow max guest and registrant to be 0. You'll also notice when you set up the registration limit, another option appears to create a wait list when fully booked. When you check this option, what this means is if you have a registration limit of 35 people and 35 people now register for the event, people can now start to register for the event, but instead they'll be put on a wait list. So if you have 5 people on the wait list, 35 people registered, and 2 people cancel, you now have 2 openings. When Create Waitlist when fully booked is checked, you then manually get to decide of those 5 people on the wait list, which 2 people should be invited from the wait list. A second option is to automatically have the system invite the next person or persons on the wait list to fill those 2 empty spots. Below this option, there's also a wait list limit. Since this event has 35 registrants, you can also limit the number of people that can even be added to the wait list. For example, it wouldn't make sense to have 50 people be put on a wait list when the registration limit is only 35 people. So in this case, we might cap off the wait list limit to 5. Below these options are registration starts. Notice when published and specify time. By default, when you click OK, that event will go live to the calendar and people can now start to register for the event. If instead you plan to promote this event, you can click the Specify End Radio button. We can now say we will allow registration to start on a specific day and year. So we want to promote this event starting on December 12th, 2016, and let everyone have a fair chance of signing up for this event starting on December 12th at 8 a.m. There's also a response deadline. By default, we allow people to register up to the start of the event. We also have all of these other patterns. You can also click Specify End and turn off registration off on a certain day at a certain time. For demonstration purposes, we're going to go ahead and allow people to register up to the start of the event and have the registration start of when published.